Ladies and gentlemen, these young ladies have been in a dance clinic all week, led by the Malvern Leopard steppers. They will be performing a kick routine.
But the Leopards now are set on the field. The official gives the signal. The Leopards will be kicking away. Kickoff going to be fielded back at the 5-yard line. Return out past the 10, 15, 20-yard line. Still on his feet out to about the 25. Good return for Magnolia as they start at their 27-yard line.
A little trickery there. The one guy caught the ball, faked to another, faked to two guys, and then handed off to the third guy. So the Leopards kept their lanes and kept that from that surprise sneak play, or whatever you want to call it, from being broken for a long play.
Johnny, who is our Southern State Bank isolated player of the game?
Chase Thornton. He's a senior. He's playing defensive cornerback tonight, and since they're having a big running attack, I think that isolating him and him having a great game tonight will be one of the Southern State Bank's keys to the game.
The Panthers come to the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Hambryce surveys the defense. Two Rucker brothers in the backfield. The give is to Marcus Rucker, who takes off on a long run of the first play from scrimmage. He's inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Magnolia. And gentlemen, it didn't take long for Marcus Rucker to assert himself in this ball game.
There, his little brother threw an excellent block on the linebacker, and there's a nice big hole. The thing about it is, then Rucker gets through there, and he's past our linebackers before we realize that I think that he's completely got the ball, and he goes all the way for a touchdown, and I didn't get the yards.
73 yards.
73 yards.
Magnolia setting up now to kick the extra point. The kick is away, and it is good. So with 11:42 here left in the first quarter, Magnolia strikes first. We're going to be back after this. And we are back live at Claude Mann Stadium. Sean Williams set deep for the Leopards as Magnolia is set to kick away. 11:42 left in the first quarter. Magnolia took the opening play 73 yards for the score. Kickoff fielded by Kevin Bryant. He is hit hard at the 30-yard line. Nice return and good field position for the Leopards.
Yeah, I tell you what, number 20 was really down there and laid a lick on him, and I'm going through the roster here to find out who that young man is, but good breakdown, broke down and did an excellent job of tackling. We got to get something
20 not listed. Not listed on the roster. Jace Roberts, quarterback for the Leopards, comes to the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap and hands off to Rodney Hughes coming to the near side. Rodney out across the 35-yard line, battles out to the 36. A good hard run by Rodney Hughes.
Nice run there, Johnny.
You know, anytime you can pick up 5 yards out on the outside, we'll take that every time. You know, that was a good hard run. He kept stretching it out. Our guys got a great push on the outside, and it was just a straight drop back handoff right off the tackle and just strung it out for an extra 5 yards. So great run by Rodney Hughes.
Run was for about 4.5 yards. They're calling it 2nd down and 6. Roberts hands to Hughes up the middle. Hughes out across the 36, near the 39-yard line. Leopards need to get out to about the 42 for the first down, just shy of there.
Yeah, this is a big play here for the Leopards. We look to be right at 3 yards short. One we need to convert.
Kyle Norris brings in the play for the Leopards. He splits to the far side. Leopards in a power formation. Option on the play, fumble.
Dog pile, they're saying
Looks like the Leopards have recovered, but it is 4th down now. Loss on the play back to about the 37-yard line.
That was an inside option there. They weren't trying to go wide. Looks like they were trying to get Rodney inside the offensive and defensive end, and the ball looked like it may have got to Rodney just a little quicker than he was expecting.
Adam Cordell set to punt now for the Leopards. Gets this one away, a nice punt. Going to be fielded at the 30-yard line of Magnolia. Return out across the 35 near the 40-yard line.
Doug Carter.
Excuse me, the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's Doug Carter, linebacker and running back. Senior took the punt and did a good job. I thought he was about to break loose on him, but number 60 came in there, our old regular number 60, and John Skinner grabbed him up and held on to him.
9:35 left here in the first quarter. Magnolia leads this one 7-0. It is 1st down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 35.
The Rucker brothers really look like an awesome pair back there.
Hambryce gives to Rucker once again, the tailback out across the 40, nears the 45, and knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. A 1st down for the Magnolia Panthers.
Yeah, he got around past our defensive end and our linebackers out there, and Kevin Bryan, number 2, had to come up from his safety spot and make a tackle on him. It was Rucker's really quick to the corner. Big, strong power runner, Johnny.
You know, it looks like he just shuffles out to the outside, and he just picks and chooses his hole, and then he big burst of energy through the hole within about 2 steps, and he's past a couple of our defenders.
Carson Smith comes split to the near side. As Hambryce looks over the defense once again. The give to Rucker up the middle, this time out across the 50 into Leopard territory. He's going to be brought down at about the 46-yard line. Gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards on the play.
Nice tackle there by number 3, Monzel Davis, 22, 33, and 44. These kids need to step up and play hard like they have been the last few games. I'm looking across the way, guys, and once again, Magnolia brings a nice crowd over. This is probably as big a visiting crowd as we've seen here in a while.
Yeah, it's amazing, since it's about 100 miles away, that there's at least 150 to 200 people over there that they bring.
Larger than the home crowd we saw at Jay Fair last week.
And the visiting crowd.
Hambryce takes the snap.
Reverse.
Fakes to Rucker. They're going to run the reverse to the near side. Tackle nearly made inside the 50. Made at about the 43 of Malvern.
Rodney Hughes was back there from his linebacker spot. Slowed the play down, got a handle on the running back, number 3, Michael Brewer. It was actually the wide receiver. It was a wide receiver reverse, and slowed it down enough that we could get some support and get some help.
3rd down and less than a yard for the Magnolia Panthers.
It'll be a great time for a great stop here for the defense. It'll get the big Mo to change hands one time for us this year if we can come up with this stop.
Which Rucker you think you're going to see, Johnny?
1 or 2, how about that?
How about Rucker gets the ball?
The give to Marcus Rucker up the middle. He gets enough for the 1st down, goes outside. He's at the 30, the 20, 10-5, touchdown, Magnolia. And just like that, Magnolia goes up 13-0 with 7:23 left here in the first quarter.
We had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, had him stopped, bottled up, ran into the black shirts. The black shirts didn't grab him, didn't wrap up, and he just popped out the outside, and everybody was in there, and he was gone. If you're going to stop Marcus Rucker, you're going to have to put a pad on him. You're going to have to wrap up on him.
Yeah, you can't just hit him to think he's going to go down. He's too big and strong to be knocked down.
Magnolia's extra point is good. It's 14-0. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this.
Orr's Furniture.
And we are back live at Claude Mann Stadium. Leopards down 14-0. 7:23 left here in the first quarter, and so far the Leopards have gotten a heavy dose of Marcus Rucker.
I saw Coach Hart down there with the defensive players showing them they've got to wrap up. They've got to wrap up.
Kick fielded by Williams inside the 5-yard line. He's outside the 15. He's going to be wrapped up at about the 17-yard line, and that's where the Leopards will start their second drive.
We're going to have to take what we can get. If there's anything there, take it. If there's not anything there, try to make something. And we're going to have to hit this line hard, and we're going to have to hit them continually. It's one of these situations that the Leopards really need to get some offense going. We're down 14-0, 7-17 gone in the first period, and we need something good to happen, guys.
The Leopards, once again, ready to start their second offensive series tonight. They come with a twin set to the near side, split left. Jace Roberts up under center, takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got a man, that's Brian, out to the far side. Wrapped up after a gain of about 5 yards.
Nice play, KB. That's that short route they like to run, route they like to run. And we've seen Bryant break loose on that, too, in the past, Johnny. Get him to suck it up and then break behind him.
That's definitely a great play to get it out to KB whenever he's one-on-one out on the corner. He does not have to throw the linebacker, so it's a great, easy pass, very easy for a reception and great yards.
2nd down and 4. They call it a gain of 6. Roberts looking to throw once again. Throws the outside, intended for Kyle Norris. Comes up just a bit shy. Would have been well enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was a nice route. It was that crossing route we run with Kyle Norris, and the ball just didn't quite get there, but we were down there, gosh, 15, 16 yards. It would have been a nice game.
Myron Cross brings in the play for the Leopards. He and Kyle Norris coming to a twin set to the near side. Bryant once again on the far side. Option play to Rodney Hughes. Hughes hit in the backfield, gets away from that, and it's going to be run out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Gain of a yard and a half. It's going to be 4th down.
Just barely missed that first down on that one. I'm looking at these Magnolia players. Tell you what, I'm thinking of the old Texas Longhorns. You remember those guys, how they called them long and rangy? These kids look like big old, tall, kind of slender, raw-boned kids on that defensive line. They're quick and they're tough.
Magnolia showing good speed offensively. And it looks like the Leopards may be going for it here on 4th and 1.
We need to just sit, coaching, we're going to call a timeout here and talk about it. We'll be back. We'll take a quick break. The Leopards are behind 14-0, 6:26 left in the first quarter.
We offer. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern, open Saturdays till 4.
Leopards on 4th down, give to Rodney Hughes. Rodney across the 30-yard line. First down for the Leopards.
Rodney just took, like I said earlier, Rodney just stuck his head down there. There was a hole. He got what he could get, got what he could take, and definitely got the first down. Big plus for the Leopards.
That was a great hole from the line. I thought they did a real good job of blocking. They had the linebackers coming up right on the line of scrimmage. They formed a hole for Rodney, and he got over 3 yards on that carry.
Gentlemen, the whole thing there was set up by a good gain on first down, gain of about 6 yards. Leopards look to do that again, 1st and 10. The give to Rodney Hughes on the left side. Rodney out near the 35-yard line.
I was looking back a while ago, big old Jonathan Reddick, 210-pound 10th grader, opened the hole on that first down play. Jonathan Reddick's one of those kids, the coaches are talking about, that continues to improve. And he's going to do nothing but he's a good football player now, and he's going to do nothing but get better and become a better football player.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's 2nd and 6 now for the Leopards at their own 35. Motion in the backfield for the Leopards, so that penalty is going to move them back 5 yards.
Reddick's on the same side of the line there with his guard, Zach Henderson, the senior, and those two have complemented each other quite well. Two young, hard-fighting Leopards that having a little luck on that left side of that Panther line.
Penalty moves the ball back 5 yards to the 30-yard line. It's 2nd down and 11. Twin set to the far side for the Leopards. Kevin Bryant comes near side. Timeout once again for the Leopards as Jace Roberts sees something he doesn't like. We're going to take a break as well. We're back after this. And we are back live at Claude Mann Stadium, and as Johnny noticed as the players were coming off the field, they seem to have about one too many.
That might help us against this bunch.
Roberts under center, looking to throw, looking for Bryant along the sideline. Pass is complete to Kevin Bryant at about the 39-yard line. That's going to leave him about 3 yards shy of the first down.
Mike, that was an all-pro catch. He was running down the sideline. It looked like that Jace Roberts was going to throw it deep. He kind of threw it down the sideline, probably about 10, 15 yards out. And KB comes down with it with 2 feet inbounds, tiptoe, laying out of bounds, making the grab. So that was a great throw and catch by KB and Jace Roberts.
Twin set to the far side now, once again for the Leopards. Kevin Bryant to the near side. Roberts in the option, takes it himself. Gets just across the 40-yard line as he is hit quickly. And gentlemen, there was a hole there for a second, but it closed quickly.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Hart was talking about this younger Rucker, this Isaiah Rucker at his linebacker spot. And I want to tell you something. He got there quick. He got there at the 40 and just absolutely stopped. Jace had a pretty good head of steam, and I mean, he met him and stopped him right there. How short are we? About 6-8 inches up there, Hawkeye?
It looks that way to me. We've got to get over the 41-yard line, and we're just short of it. Looks like a ball length to me. I'd call my number, quarterback sneak, and take it right over the top.
Roberts up under center. Turns, gives to Hughes. Hughes met quickly, but gets across the 40-yard line to the 41. Should be a first down. And with the spot of the ball, about 41 and a half. Looks like, Johnny. That
was definitely just the same play that we ran to get the first down just a moment ago on 4th down, and it was good for at least 1.5 yards. He was stopped momentarily in the backfield for a first down.
Roberts back up under center. The give to Hughes to the near side. Has a little bit of running room, gets out near the 44-yard line, gain of about 3 yards.
You know, the nice thing we're doing here, guys, we're making first downs, we're moving the chains, we're moving the clock's moving, we're making progress, and we're keeping the ball out of Magnolia's hands. That's what Coach Hart wanted to do.
We also overcame a penalty right there that set us back 5 yards after 2nd down, put us in
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 or so, and we overcame that with the first down.
Leopards at the 44, down 14-0 to the Panthers here in the first quarter. Roberts looks to throw. His pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. No good. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it looked like Doug Carter jumped up there and got his hands on the ball and knocked it down. He's a pretty good-sized kid. I don't know, he looked probably 6'1", something in it, but all those linemen are in that 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", and they're just some lanky, rangy kids.
The key on the quarterback on the quick throw like that, he has to make a good fake so those D-line think that we're running the ball to keep their hands down. Good fake, then a quick pop up and throw it. It will help complete that pass.
Roberts looking to throw once again. Looking for Bryan along the sideline. It is incomplete, broken up by number 13, Mariano Collins. So 4th down now and 7, and the Leopards will have no choice but to punt here.
Mario Collins did an excellent job on Bryan Thin. He bumped him at the line of scrimmage. The corners, they have the ability to get physical with us, and he bumped him on the corner and tied him up before the ball was ever thrown, and it was an excellent play on his part. Nice play by the corner.
Adam Cordell set to kick once again for the Leopards. Gets this one away. Will be fielded at the 25. Nice tackle made there by number 81, that's Chase Thornton, and that's the isolated player of the game.
Chase came through, Johnny.
Exactly, and I'll tell you what, if you did not see the wall form to the right-hand side of the field, our side of the field, you can see the Magnolia Panthers trying to form that wall to this side, and Chase and another Leopard looked like to be the only ones on this side of the field to even have a chance to tackle him. And that was a great job of Chase getting down there and breaking down and make that tackle.
And hanging on to him. He wrapped him up and hung on to him.
Jeremy Ambrice once again at the quarterback position. A late entry onto the field for Magnolia. And the Panthers are going to have to take time out as there was some offensive confusion. We're going to take...
Let's just keep right here. I've had a chance to sit down. You know, we've talked about the chain gang and everything, and I had a chance to sit down and talk to the guys on our chain gang before the ball game. We have a cumulative 102 years of experience over on the chain gang. And you know, guys, we've been here, there, and whatever, and seen some, I guess, amateuristic is the word I'm looking for. The guys that do the job for us are Marvin Patrick, Eugene Henshaw, Raymond O'Neill, Buddy Davis, Randy Floriani, Walter Staley, and Keith Kesterson. These guys do an excellent job, and if you see one of them, all they get out of this, thanks to people like KFC, Keeney's Market, Brookshire's, and tonight's Craig's Barbecue, they get a free meal out of it, and they get into the ball game, and that's all these guys getting. And they've been doing it for years. Like I say, that many guys in 101 years, that's a lot of years for those guys to be over there, and we appreciate them very much.
Magnolia comes back to the line of scrimmage. Ambrice gives to his tailback once again to the far side. Nice tackle made there by the Leopards, and for the first time tonight, Marcus Rucker is brought down for a loss.
Not only brought down, he was brought down for a loss by number 81. And who is he, Johnny?
He is Southern State Bank's isolated player of the game. You know, that's what I keep telling you about containment. You break down, you keep that running back from going wide on you. You've got recruits coming in behind you. All he did was hang on to his jersey, and with that, he had people coming behind him to make that tackle with him.
You know what, I'll tell you,
Monzel Davis down on the field, going to be helped off the field.
Thornton had him basically down by himself. That's a great job. Tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock on Channel 13, our friends at Cox Communication, tune it in. You can watch the replay of tonight's game. And again, we thank Mr. Rice and his crew out there at Cox Communication for making tonight's broadcast available and tomorrow's video replay.
Davis helped off the field, getting attention on the near sideline. Motion for the Panthers. The pitch this time to the near side. Lots of running room out across the 30-yard line near the 35 is Marcus Rucker.
You made the point a while ago, Johnny, what Rucker does. He glides out there. He's an excellent back. He glides out there, and his glide is faster than most kids can run. But when he sees something and sees that crease that he's looking for, he accelerates. And we've seen some backs here at Malvern do that same thing. Harold Harris and Madre Hill come to line, the kids that would glide, and then explode through the hole. I don't know that Rucker's got that blazing speed of those, but he's got plenty of speed to play D1 ball.
The Panthers come back to the line of scrimmage, leading 14-0. The give inside to Rucker. He's going to be brought down near the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's going to be
looks like he's got enough for the first down. Have to give that one to Johnny Gibbs. Looks like he's got it.
It's like it's a first down from here, Mike. And just going back to the play before this, and I was looking over the scatter report, it's kind of like a zone blocking where the line just kind of floats out to the outside, and they do a quick pitch to the outside, but the line just kind of floats and zone blocks as the defenders come up there, and they keep running down the field and shucking off the defenders. Before you know it, on that last play, they gained, 11, 12, 15, well, I guess about 12 yards off that, and made it to third and second, where second down was second and 15. So it's amazing that these kids at this age can do that zone blocking or that zone wall that the scouting report calls.
You know, I don't mean to diss number 2, Mr. Rucker, about his speed, because, you know, there's only one, you know, you only get a Madre Hill through here once in a lifetime, and you're lucky to get that. A kid that goes to the University of Arkansas and sets a single season rushing now is on the roster and playing for the Oakland Raiders in the NFL. So Rucker's got plenty of speed, but when you compare speed to Madre Hill, you're comparing sprinter speed to good running backs, and it's not a fair comparison, is it, guys?
No, I don't think he's a Madre Hill by no means, and he's not. I don't believe he's a Harold Harris, but he is comparable running backs that we've had in the past that were very good, that will possibly be All-State in the 4A division. And
yeah, I think he's got a letter jacket with All-State on it already, just based on what he's done.
There's no doubt, and you know, he could be the conference player of the year, you know, but like you said, I don't think he's in comparison to Madre, but
he's not as big. He's about the same size that Harris played, but and we don't forget Sean Mitchell. Sean Mitchell's playing now for the UCA Bears and doing an excellent job.
Magnolia comes back to the line of scrimmage after the timeout. Hambrace looking to throw, gets some pressure, gets this one away, has his man at the 35, but can't come up with it, so it's going to be second down and 10 now, and that receiver, gentleman, was wide open.
That was Isaiah Rucker. Marcus's little brother slipped through the line of scrimmage, slipped by the linebackers, and our safeties were trying to catch up to him, and that was a catchable ball. He was out there and got to us before we realized, I think, what was happening there.
Well, that was a fake straight up the middle, and our linebackers got to step up and give him a pop when he comes through the line, so he can't finish that route.
Good point.
To disrupt that play.
1:18 left in the first quarter. Magnolia leading the Leopards 14-0. It's second down and 10. Magnolia at its own 35. The give to Rucker. Rucker tripped up at the 35, going to be brought down after a gain of about 1, maybe 2 yards. It looks like the spot's going to be near the 37, 38-yard line.
Nice play in there by John Skinner. John Skinner just gives you everything. He's got Bradford was in there, and Matlock, number 22, was in there. So we're seeing the 22, the 44, number 33 come off of here limping, and I don't see whether Munzell's back out there or not. I don't see him on the sideline, so he must be back out there.
Third down and 9 now for the Panthers. Some confusion once again in their offensive set. They bring a twin set to the near side. Hambrice pitches to Rucker to the far side. Out across the 40, the 45, near the 50-yard line inside Leopard territory, and is going to be brought down at about the 44-yard line. Gain of about 20 yards. First down.
Unfortunately, Rucker they like to run Rucker wide, and that's that pitch out wide. We turned him inside of the defensive end out there, but the linebacker and the corner had to come up there, and and not only that, Skinner ran him all the way down across field from his defensive spot there on the line of scrimmage.
14 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Twin set to the near side once again for Magnolia. They get the play away, running the option to the near side. Fumble on the play, picked up by Rucker. Rucker with running room inside the 40-yard line and ends up gaining about 7 yards on the play. We are at the end of the first quarter. Magnolia leads this one 14-0. We're back after this.
Orr's Furniture in Malvern is a proud sponsor of Leopard Football. We wish the best of luck this year to our new coach Eric Hart and his staff as they begin a new era in Malvern's long and celebrated football tradition. It takes hard work and a lot of teamwork to be a successful organization. Over the years, the Malvern Leopards have proven time and time again that they are up to the challenges that face them every Friday night. At Orr's Furniture in Malvern, we too do our best to make every customer that walks in our door feel welcome and confident that we can help them with any furniture or appliance need they have. We represent some of the most trusted names in the furniture industry: Lazy Boy, Bassett, Sealy, Flex Steel, Maytag, and Frigidaire, just to name a few. Our experienced sales staff is ready to help you select just the right piece you need, from a single table by your chair to a whole house full of quality home furnishings. And we'll deliver your selection free. We offer 6 months same as cash, or use the flexible monthly payment plans we offer. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard Football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern, open Saturdays till 4.
It's fall. It's cool weather. Your mind thinks of a lot of things. Football, and maybe it's time for a new automobile or to trade that jalopy off. I'm here with Mr. Teeter Chevrolet Olds, and he's got some words for you.
Yes, sir. We've got the words and we've got the product. We've got probably over 500 units out here, and I'm looking at a sea of cars. I've got all kinds and creeds and colors of vehicles, all type of sport utilities. We have the high-dollar European cars, the Maximas, the Mazdas, the Lexus, just whatever you want in the high-dollar European cars, and they all popular new Chevrolet. We've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon. Remember, like I always say, the more we invest in our youth, the less we'll spend on prisons later.
Go to OTC to get where you want to be. A small college with big opportunities. Get the quality education you need. Affordable classes, convenience too. We bring out the best in you. Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Enroll today at Washita Technical College. You'll find instruction in a variety of high-demand fields, including Cisco, nursing, medical transcription, and others. You can also take your basics to transfer. Call us today, 337-5000. Get where you want to be at OTC. That's 337-5000.
Washita Technical College is the place to be.
The year is 1952.
Harry S. Truman is president. Gasoline is 11 cents a gallon, and Coca-Cola is still a nickel, and there are plenty of penny postcards laying around. Henry McClure and George McClure Sr. opened the doors to a new real estate business. Now, 50 years later, McClure Real Estate continues to serve the Malvern and the Hot Spring County area with the same dedication and professionalism of the Founding Fathers. The professionals at McClure Real Estate, Danny Regan, Nita Wingo, Beverly Hudson, Deanne Williams, Gene Dugan, Bob Jones, Frank McClure, and George McClure Jr. are here to help you with all your real estate needs. They're locally owned and locally operated for over 50 years right here in Malvern. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777, proud sponsors of Leopard Football.
Hi, this is Tony Warner from Malvern National Bank, a real community bank. We're working to make your banking as simple as possible. You can now bank from the comfort of your home on your PC with M&B Bank's Access Link. Transfer funds, check balances, pay all your bills through the optional bill pay service. No more checks to write, no more postage stamps to buy. We do it all. It's at www.mnbbank.com. It's just part of Malvern National's commitment to our customers. M&B Bank's a real community bank and proud to sponsor these Leopard football broadcasts.
The first two touchdowns, we didn't do a real good job, particularly for putting a pad on them and wrapping up. So they got the two quick ones. But I tell you what, Chase Thornton leading the pack out there. Chase is hitting him, grabbing and hanging on. And how'd Chase do in the first quarter there, Johnny?
Oh, Ron, he had 2 tackles, one for a loss of 5 yards, and he's definitely coming up and meeting the fullback in the backfield to turn him inside, but Rucker's just a little too fast. And he's bouncing it back outside past the Chase coming up to meet the fullback. So,
Hambryce this time pitches to Rucker to the far side, wrapped up quickly, but he gets away out across the 35, inside to about the 33-yard line, and the Leopards had their opportunities to wrap him up there and just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, you talk about Chase Thornton taking on the fullback. He's given up about 40 pounds, on that match out there, and he's doing a good job taking on those blockers. Yeah, we had him wrapped. Could have one of those situations. This kid is hard to tackle. He's probably as hard to tackle back as we've seen this year. I mean, good stout legs, keeps his legs running. Reminds us early of some of the two Stuttgart backs that were so hard to bring down.
Exactly. Whenever you got those many options you can go to, it doesn't take long to score a few points on the floor.
First down for the Panthers. They give to Rucker to the near side once again. He's out across the 30 inside the 25-yard line. Another good run by Marcus Rucker.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Rucker is a big, big-looking 6 foot, 190 pounds. Because I'm looking at, look at his brother there. It's at 6 foot, 230 pounds, and Isaiah, they just both ran off the field at the same time. His little brother's a little wider through the hips and a little wider across the back, but they're two specimens.
They're definitely that.
Ambrice back up under center now. Gives to his tailback. He's going to be brought down quickly. Number 45.
Yeah, he had the rest and the run. Reggie Banks, a junior, 100. They're running a 196-pounder in there at the tailback spot to rest a 190-pounder. Big backs, big backs, and boy, they'll pound on you, wear you down, Johnny.
It's amazing that they've got such huge backs, and then their offensive line. They've got a junior 5'8", 165 that's playing center, and they have a senior 6 foot, 185, and then a junior at tackle that is 6'2", 185. So their offensive line is smaller than their running backs and fullbacks. So, those guys know that they need to get out of the way to let those big backs come barreling through the hole.
But last thing you want to do as an offensive tackle is to have Marcus or Isaiah Rucker run up your back.
Exactly. Because number 49, he is a big man.
That'll make that strike. That'll make the Panthers strike that defensive man out of fear of their own guy.
It's 3rd down and 1 now for the Panthers. They are at the Leopard 23-yard line, and it's actually less than a yard. It's probably an inch or two for the first down. Ambrice comes back under center. Looking to throw this time to the far side.
Oh, wow.
And it is caught for a touchdown, number 3.
That was Michael Brewer went across there at the wide receiver. Just looped it over our safety and beat our corner out there, and it was a perfect throw, perfect catch. That was a timing catch that he caught it and didn't even break stride, Johnny.
That's one of those things you lull us to sleep. You lull us to sleep by running the ball, run the ball, and then all of a sudden you throw it for a long gain. And once again, a quick strike by the Magnolia Panthers.
The kick is up, and it is good. 21-0. The Panthers lead the Leopards after a 23-yard touchdown pass. We're going to take a break. We're back after this.
And the all-popular new Chevrolet, we've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon. Remember, like I always say, the more we invest in our youth, the less we'll spend on prisons later.
And speaking, this is Ron McNamara, speaking from my own experiences, the deals are sweeter at Teeter.
And we are back live at Claude Mann Stadium. Rodney Hughes set deep for the Leopards. And he will field this one at about the 14-yard line. Comes up across the 20, down near the 30-yard line. Spot is going to be just shy of the 30, and the Leopards will take over there, 1st and 10.
I saw one good thing that Rodney Hughes, he was not set deep. He was set about on the 10-yard line, where that's about where the Magnolia kicker was kicking to all through the game here. And he just waited for the ball and took it straight up the wedge for a 20-yard gain on the return. So if you get it over the 25, I believe it's a good field position for the Leopards.
I knew he had to say that sooner or later.
Jace Roberts up under center. Passes out to Myron Cross. Cross out near the 25-yard line. Nice little swing pass out to Cross.
Myron did a good job watching the ball all the way into his hands. He's out there by himself out there on the wing, watched it in and took off and started running upfield.
I'm glad to hear Monroe Cross, his name's called tonight, because it's been a good while since he's caught the ball.
Myron needed something to happen, and he's played hard, and maybe that'll get something started for us.
Roberts this time gives to his fullback, Eddie Kennison, it looks like, out across the 40-yard line. Nice, tough run. Now, Callison, that was
Eddie Callison has got back in there. We've seen a lot of, who was it, number 20, Paul Biggs running in the fullback. Callison's a hard runner. We need to get him in that weight room, which we will this in the offseason, put some weight on him, and he's going to be a nice player, nice fullback for us. He will hit you.
Callison, 166 pounds, junior for the Leopards. Roberts looking to pass. Complete. Oh, almost complete. Intended for Kyle Norris, went in and out of his hands and looked like he tried to take off running before he caught that one.
Yeah, it's one of those situations you got to look it into your hands, and as an old receiver, Mike, you know that. Catch the ball, then you go.
You got to catch it first. Kevin Hare comes into the ball game now for the Leopards, along with Myron Cross.
One of those things where you got to do one thing at a time. Got to catch it and then run.
Receivers to either side now for Roberts. Looks to throw once again, going down the far sideline, intended for Myron Cross.
He was throwing into double coverage over on the side, guys, and I believe he threw that up in the stands intentionally because there was he was looking that way at both receivers, and there was no place to go. And I believe Jace just threw that over into the Magnolia bench and said, "Here, we'll go back and regroup and try again."
3rd down and 10 now for the Leopards. Kevin Bryant and Adam Cordell come into the game. Cross and Cordell come to the near side. Kevin Bryant goes to the far side. Roberts looking to pass. Whistles on the play, and it looks like this one may come back.
Looks like to me now that they're when we're in a passing set, they're double teaming Kevin Bryant. They saw in the past couple of weeks that where we tried to go over the top with them because Kevin Bryant's a little taller, a little lankier that can go up and get that pass. So it looks like to me the strong safety, he's cheating over, or the free safety's cheating over to defend against that and allowing more D-backs to go in the zone coverage on the other side of the field to defend on the other two receivers.
That's an excellent point.
Kevin Hare brings the play in for the Leopards. The aforementioned Kevin Bryant comes to the near side. It looks like he's going to be double covered there. Roberts knocks down a high snap and throws the ball out for Kevin Hare. It is incomplete, and it's 4th down and 4th down and 15 for the Leopards.
Jace did an excellent job then of getting his hands on the ball and knocking it down on one that was going over his head, plus had the coolness to sit there and get a handle on the ball and still throw which is almost a completion over there for what would have been a 1st down.
You're right, Johnny. They were cheating the safety over towards Kevin Bryant playing that deep ball. Adam Cordell gets this one away. Nice spiral, bounds at the 33, going to bound at about the 20-yard line where Adam Cordell.
Chase Thornton down there.
Chase Thornton.
Down there on the coverage did a good job. The Magnolia player couldn't really make a play on it because Chase was bearing down on the ball, and so he just backed away from it. We got a good roll out of it.
Well, Chase is playing one of those wide-out positions on the spread punt, and if he can beat the guy in front of him, which is, sometimes it's pretty tough if they got 2 men in front of you, but he's one of the sprinters. And whenever you're the sprinter, you got to get to the ball as quick as possible, and he's one of the faster guys on the spread punt coverage. And he is getting down there pretty quick, so they're not even getting him a test on the line of scrimmage. So great job by Chase Thornton.
Receivers to either side now for Ambrice. The give up the middle. Gain of about 4 yards for Marcus Rucker.
Boy, there's a bunch of Leopards hanging on.
That's about 2.5 yards.
Yeah, Terrence Matlock, who is hobbled a little bit with an ankle injury, was down on the bottom there hanging on. Then help came in and in the form of a bunch of Leopards to hang on and stop and hold those guys down.
That was Reggie Banks on the carry there for the Panthers. 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 22-yard line. Give outside. Lots of running room across the 35, the 40, the 45, 50-yard line. Long run for Marcus Rucker.
Rucker ran through 4 tackles that time. It was one of those, we just couldn't quite get there. Travis Potts had a shot at him back there in the backfield, but Travis couldn't get square, could not turn around and get his pads on this kid. And I want to tell you something, you've got to get your pads on him and lock him up. The real problem is he's one of these backs that's really, really hard to get a clean shot at, Mike. I mean, it's hard to get your pads on him because he is so elusive.
Very elusive, very tough runner. He can take a shot and keep going, and he took several shots on that run. Hambryce back up under center. The give to Banks, to back up tailback, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield by Rodney Hughes.
Nice play, Rodney Hughes. Rodney's, like we said earlier before the ball game, Rodney's got to go both ways, and he's giving these all, and it's a nice play, shot across there from his linebacker spot for a 2.5 yard loss.
I tell you what, that was one of those zone blockings out there, and he beat the zone block to get outside to take on Mr. Banks, so that was a great play.
Second down and 13, ball spotted at the Leopard 47-yard line. The give up the middle, and this is Reggie Banks again, and he's going to be dropped for another loss back in Magnolia territory at the 49-yard line.
I'm going to tell you something. When you watch this tomorrow on Channel 13 at Cox Cable at 4 o'clock, you're going to see the difference between Rucker and number 45. And I'm not trying to disrespect this number 40, this Reggie Banks, but those are the plays that we're catching in the background. We're getting the hands on him and get him down. He's just a little easier for us to get down than this Rucker kid is. Rucker's hard to get down, guys.
Right, and he's back in the ball game right now to try to make that first down.
Third down and 17, ball spotted at the Magnolia 49. The Panthers lead the Leopards 21-0. Pass to the outside, complete. Out to the 43-yard line.
We got a flag now, guys. I'll tell you something that impresses me, Johnny, that I know you've noticed. Well, this Jeremy Hambryce, senior quarterback. He's been there before. He is one cool customer walking up there at that. You can tell it's his football team, and he's in charge of it.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you can step under center and look over the field and know where your defensive backs are, I mean, you know what play to call when you're under center. You don't have to check off, especially when you have those kind of backs in the backfield. Just turn around and hand off to those big guys.
When you got the Rucker brothers behind you, it gives you a lot of options. But I'll tell you what, he can really throw the ball well. That's something else that Jeremy does. Not only runs his team, but we've seen that touchdown pass. He threw a bullet in there to number 3 to Michael Brewer there earlier in the second quarter for that third touchdown. We got some discussion on the field. The Leopards trail the Panthers 21-0. We're 6:22 left in the first half. We got a flag down, and I think they've decided what the deal is, guys.
The flag was against the Magnolia Panthers, and they marched off 5 yards against them. Instead of taking 4th down and 7, we moved them back an extra 5 yards to make it 3rd and 21, and gives us a chance to stop them even further back.
6:16 left here in the first half. Magnolia leads 21-0. Twin set to the near side for Magnolia, split left. Hambryce is going to line up in the shotgun for the first time tonight.
Brewer's over here on the right side, and boy, they're just sending them deep.
Everybody going deep, and this one is going to be overthrown.
Nice
Good coverage there by the Leopards. Kari Monroe deep, and almost actually picked that one off.
Yeah, Monroe was back there. Kevin Hare was back there, and Kevin Bryant. Nice coverage by the Leopards. He had plenty of time to throw the ball, but he threw that ball away. He threw it over their heads, and because that was a coverage, nice coverage by the Leopards.
Kevin Bryant deep to receive the punt. He sets up at the 25.
Almost
punt
blocked.
is almost blocked, and there's going to be a flag down as the Leopard ran into the kicker. And there's going to be another flag as Bryant was tackled after the fair catch call.
So we'll have offsetting here, and we'll just have to decide. Let's let the referee sort this one out, guys. Unless you,
I believe be a re-kick because it's offsetting personal fouls on both sides.
You know, John Skinner was in there, and he was really close to, he was within inches of touching the ball. He almost had a block, and his momentum just carried him into the into the punter.
And we're waiting now. There's the roughing the kicker penalty. And saying that these are offsetting penalties as we had guessed before. And then we'll kick this one again. Once again, Kevin Bryant will set up at the 25-yard line.
It's just unfortunate because, like Ron said, that Mr. Skinner, he was in there. He just went through his arms. He just barely missed the block punt because we were putting pressure on him pretty heavy that time.
You know, and Skinner shows us something that you've got to, as a punt blocker, you've got to know you're going to get hit. You got to have just to go after.
Bad snap. This one gets away anyway. It's going to be off the side of his foot and will bound out of bounds.
Skinner was in there
about
again,
the 38.
That's right. He busted straight up the middle and almost blocked it once again.
And he laid out that time. That's something that the Leopards haven't been doing. Obviously they've been working on. We've been awful close a few times to blocking some punts.
5:45 left here in the first half.
Great field position. We've got to make something positive out of this. Let's string a few first downs together and get our momentum going.
Myron Cross comes to the near side. Twins to the far side for the Leopards. Rodney Hughes lined up at tailback. The give is to Hughes up the middle. He's met quickly. Not much of a gain there. It's going to be second down at about 9.
Yeah, they were the linebacker was sitting in there waiting on big old 26 Rodney Hughes, and wasn't much room for Rodney to go. But like I said, Rodney just continues to play better as he heals up, and he's really been an asset to us here late in the season.
Adam and Cordell lined up in a twin set to the far side. Roberts looking to throw. Pass is thrown to Kyle Norris. They're saying it is incomplete.
I tell you what, and this is just my observation, all the D-backs are going to the outside. We've passed the ball quite a bit this year to the outside, throwing it to the short passes to the 10 and out, 5 and out. All the D-backs on Magnolia are trying to go to the sidelines, and we might have a chance to throw it over the middle behind the linebackers for a first down, maybe to a tight end or to a back. So that might be a thing for the coaches to think of this during halftime.
And we know Callison can catch the ball out of the backfield. There he is.
Pass thrown and completed to Kevin Hare. Nice gain by the Leopards. Kevin Hare making a great catch in traffic. Is going to be brought down at about the 42-yard line.
That's one of the favorite routes across that middle, Johnny. That slant across the middle.
Exactly, and it worked.
Yeah.
We did get across the middle, and they were cheating to the outside, and we did hit that. So great call by the coaches.
Give to Kennison up the middle. Not much of a gain there.
And I tell you what, the coaches up here in the coaches box.
Callison.
Richard Rogers, and he might have seen that just as well as I did to point that out to Coach Becker to give that call. So great throw and catch by Jace and Kevin Hare to complete that long pass.
Callison's run was for about 2 yards. It's second down and 8. Roberts comes outside, busted play, and he's going to be dropped at the 40-yard line, right about the line of scrimmage, and somebody wasn't where they were supposed to be.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell what that was. Jace did a good job. He looked out there, and things weren't like they were supposed to be. He just tucked it under his arm and got back to the line of scrimmage, which was a pretty good accomplishment.
Exactly. Whenever there's a busted play, the quarterback has to go right where the hole was designed. So he tried his best to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 8. Roberts looking to throw. This one is intended for number 7, Adam Cordell. He can't come up with it. Just off his fingertips, and it's fourth down and 8 now for the Leopards. The punting team comes onto the field.
The ball was just a little bit behind him. They were running the slant right with the slot back. The guy, the receiver that was in between the wide out, and the tight end, and therefore they were trying to cheat in the side in the soft zone, and it was just a little bit behind him.
Cordell takes the snap, punts this one. It bounds at the 15-yard line inside the 5, and will be down there by the Leopards. It'll be down at the 2-yard line. So
guess who?
Chase Thornton, the Southern State Bank isolated player of the game.
Southern State's getting their money out of him tonight. Not their money, but they're getting their calls out of him tonight, aren't they, John?
Hey, you know, I've noticed that he was playing well earlier this year, and I wanted to highlight him, and because he is doing a good job this year at the cornerback position, and also his job on special team. And when we can note him, we'd like to note him as much as we can, because he has done a great job this year.
I had an opportunity to visit with Chase's grandmother at one time, and I know she's probably here tonight, but she thanked us and complimented us because I know they listen when they're on the road. I imagine she'll be watching this tomorrow too.
Jeremy Hambryce back up under center for the Panthers.
Looked like a quarterback sneak just to get him out, get him some breathing room.
Yeah, he just took the ball and followed that. You can't say that great big old guard and that great big center, but they had a crease out there that he picked up about 4.5 yards.
Those little guys, they get out of the way because them big backs are coming.
I tell you what, they're tough. You know, like I say, they run out of fear because they don't want to get run over by the Rucker brothers. It's an excellent offensive line because they open those creases that those backs need, and that's about all they need to get through there.
2nd down and 6 for the Panthers. The give to Rucker. Rucker gets near the first down.
Again, Johnny, he's out there on that outside. He gets outside and he just glides, and he doesn't look like he's running very fast, but I'm telling you what, he's covering a lot of ground, and then he just accelerates when he sees a hole he wants to go in through.
He does, and when he does see that hole, he does make that quick step to it,
yeah.
And he's there before any defender is there. And we're usually trying to arm tackle him down.
Big 3rd down for the Leopards, Mike. We need a stand here.
Gain of 3 on the last play. It's 3rd down and 1 for Magnolia. Hambryce on the keeper once again. Looks like he probably got enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's when he takes that all. You extend that 6 foot 3 inches out across there, and Jeremy looked like he just leaned over the line of scrimmage there and fell forward for a 1st and 10.
Now that's amazing. They throw the ball all the way to the outside judge that is 20 feet away from the tackle, to spot the ball.
That's amazing. We saw that happen at Hot Springs and got on the Hot Springs officials for doing it, and that's an amazing thing there. That's twice we've seen it. I
don't like to get on the officials, but usually the guy that's going to spot it is really close to the...
He runs in there, grabs the ball, sets it, holds it right there, and brings the chains on. But, okay.
Either way, it was enough for the first down.
10.
1st down and 10 for Magnolia. Let's bring a receiver to the near side.
I don't dispute the spot, but I'm just saying how the spot was attained.
Pitch to Rucker to the far side. Runs down the sideline and will be run out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Go ahead,
Ron.
We had a shot at him. Kevin Bryan had a shot at him back there in the background, and right behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, you put a pad on this kid, but you've got to wrap him up and hang on and wait for help to come, because very seldom are you going to get him down yourself.
One thing about having small linemen, it's the ability to stay on the block.
Yeah.
If you just get in front of somebody, it's not so much that you can push them out of the way or move them. If you can stay on your block and not allow those defensive players to tackle the fast running backs, you're doing your job.
The give to Rucker. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Excuse me, that is...
Is that number 45 again in there?
Yeah. No, that was
Brandon Bradford in there.
Brandon Bradford made the tackle. That was Rucker in the game. Not used to seeing him go down behind the line of scrimmage.
I was look at their size. This 72 William Gentry, we're talking about how small they are. Well, he's about 6 foot, 256 pounds, so he's a good-sized kid. Wide body there at their right guard.
3rd down and 6 now for the Panthers. 1:13 left in the first half of play. Fumble bounces right back in Rutgers' hands, but he's going to be dropped in the backfield for another loss.
Nice stop by the Leopards. Nice stand right there.
Brandon Bradford, Rodney Hughes, both in on the tackle. And the Leopards are going to take a timeout. We're going to take a break as well. The Magnolia Panthers lead the Leopards 21-0. We're back after this. And we are back live at Claude Mann Stadium. The Leopards down to Magnolia 21-0. 57 seconds left here in the first half of play. And the Leopards looking to make Magnolia punt, maybe give Kevin Bryant a shot at a return.
You know what? That was a great idea to have a timeout there. We have a chance to block that punt. We got in there twice now. Almost created some havoc the last time.
But you know, we're bringing everything too, because a penalty right there doesn't really hurt you.
Kevin Bryant lets this one go. It bounds inside Leopard territory and will be down at the 46-yard line. So with 47 seconds left, the Leopards take over on offense, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. The ball didn't quite get a good look at it and got over his head and did the smart thing. If you can't handle the ball clean, get away from it.
Yeah, there was a multiple of white jerseys running down the field without any black jerseys in front of him.
Too many white shirts and red helmets around there. Boy, this Magnolia team, as a team, runs well, guys.
Very good team speed. Roberts back under center now for the Leopards. Fakes the give to Hughes, looking down the sideline. Pass caught, but out of bounds by Kevin Hare.
Kevin made a nice catch then, but he just couldn't get, had to go up to get the ball, but just couldn't get his feet down and went flying into the Panther bench. Well, I'm sure he got lots of help, and they caught him and treated him real nice, guys.
Yeah, they patted him on the back and brushed him off and sent him back in the game.
Adam Cordell and Kevin Bryant into the ball game now for the Leopards.
Besides kicking him and stepping on him.
Safety cheats over to cover Bryant, twin set to the far side. Roberts looking to throw, and this one is going to be incomplete. Some contact, but no flags on the play. 3rd down and 10, 39.4 seconds left here in the first half.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something. The Panthers are doing an excellent job with their linebackers and their corners of getting physical on our wide receivers. It's something that we're susceptible to, that we don't have the experience yet, like we were talking before the game. These kids are learning to run these routes in this new offense, and we're just learning how to handle these physical corners like number 13 out here and number 42 on the other side. These kids are, you know, they're bellying up and playing physical with our wideouts.
Roberts looking to throw once again. Throws the outside, and this pass is going to be picked off and knocked out of bounds by the referee.
Doug Carter sitting back there, and from his defensive spot, played a center fielder there and watched the ball all the way.
Nice tackle there by the official.
The Zebra made a good stop. We got 34 seconds left in the first half. The Leopards trailing the Panthers 21-0. Need to get in here at halftime and see if we can't make some adjustments and work on some things and improve some things in the second half, guys.
Ron, I noticed Travis Potts has got one of his hands bandaged up pretty well. Noticed that in pregame. Did Coach Hart mention that in his injury report?
No, because all we talked about was the kids that couldn't play, and we didn't even talk about the walking wounded, who Potts is one of them, Matlock with an ankle, and Bradford's a little dinged up, and we're just beat up everywhere.
Hambryce out of shotgun, drops the snap, but picks it up and gets this one away. Throws out to the far side, but Sean Williams there on coverage for the Leopards, incomplete.
Sean Williams did an excellent job then with showing the speed he's got to step for step with the wide receiver. Yeah, Johnny?
Just to tell you how far the quarterback just threw the ball, he threw it on a line 55 yards.
On a line.
On a line.
Yeah.
That was not looping, just heaving it down the field. That was on a line. He's got an arm, definitely.
Well, that's the difference in probably a 17, 18-year-old senior and a 16-year-old junior, guys.
Exactly.
And Hambryce downs this one as the Panthers seem content with their 21-0 lead. 22 seconds left, and it looks like Magnolia will take this lead into halftime.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and let the first half expire, and both teams will go to the locker room, take a drink of water, take a deep breath, and figure out what they want to do in the second half.
This is Tony Warner from Malvern National Bank. This year's really been another great year for MNB. First, in January, we launched Malvern's first internet banking webpage with a news and information service. It's all you need to get started in your day and to do your banking as well. Second, we were again chosen Malvern's #1 bank in the Malvern Daily Record's Readers Poll, but also Malvern's best business. And for that, we say thanks. We hope you know how much we appreciate your great comments about us and how much we appreciate your business. MNB banks are real community bank.
It's fall, it's cool weather, your mind thinks of a lot of things, football, and maybe it's time for a new automobile or to trade that jalopy off. I'm here with Mr. Teeter Chevrolet Olds, and he's got some words for you.
Yes, sir. We've got the words and we've got the product. We've got probably over 500 units out here, and I'm looking at a sea of cars. I've got all kinds and creeds and colors of vehicles, all type of sport utilities. We have the high-dollar European cars, the Maximas, the Mazdas, the Lexus, just whatever you want in the high-dollar European cars, and they all popular new Chevrolet. We've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon. Remember, like I always say, the more we invest in our youth, the less we'll spend on prisons later.
The year is 1952.
Harry S. Truman is president. Gasoline is 11 cents a gallon, and Coca-Cola is still a nickel, and there are plenty of penny postcards laying around. Henry McClure and George McClure Sr. opened the doors to a new real estate business. Now, 50 years later, McClure Real Estate continues to serve the Malvern and the Hot Spring County area with the same dedication and professionalism of the founding fathers. The professionals at McClure Real Estate, Danny Regan, Nita Wingo, Beverly Hudson, Deanne Williams, Gene Dugan, Bob Jones, Frank McClure, and George McClure Jr. are here to help you with all your real estate needs. They're locally owned and locally operated for over 50 years right here in Malvern. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777, proud sponsors of Leopard Football.
Orr's Furniture in Malvern is a proud sponsor of Leopard Football. We wish the best of luck this year to our new coach Eric Hart and his staff as they begin a new era in Malvern's long and celebrated football tradition. It takes hard work and a lot of teamwork to be a successful organization. Over the years, the Malvern Leopards have proven time and time again that they are up to the challenges that face them every Friday night. At Orr's Furniture in Malvern, we too do our best to make every customer that walks in our door feel welcome and confident that we can help them with any furniture or appliance need they have. We represent some of the most trusted names in the furniture industry: Lazy Boy, Bassett, Sealy, Flex Steel, Maytag, and Frigidaire, just to name a few. Our experienced sales staff is ready to help you select just the right piece you need, from a single table by your chair to a whole house full of quality home furnishings. And we'll deliver your selection free. We offer 6 months same as cash, or use the flexible monthly payment plans we offer. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard Football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern, open Saturdays till 4.
Go to OTC to get where you want to be. A small college with big opportunities. Get the quality education you need. Affordable classes, convenience too. We bring out the best in you. Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Enroll today at Washita Technical College. You'll find instruction in a variety of high-demand fields, including Cisco, nursing, medical transcription, and others. You can also take your basics to transfer. Call us today, 337-5000. Get where you want to be at OTC. That's 337-5000.
Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Magnolia kicks it away as we begin the second half of play. Fielded at the 15, out across the 20 to the 25-yard line is number 21, Kari Monroe.
Boy, you know what, right there, guys, there's that team speed we talk about. There's a hole there. Kari Monroe goes through it, and he looks like he's going to run a long ways, and boom, from nowhere comes Doug Carter slicing across there and just knocks his feet out from under him. Great speed on Magnolia's part.
Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. First down and 10. Kyle Norris splits to the far side for the Leopards. Tight formation. Motion for the Leopards to the near side. The pitch to Rodney Hughes. He's going to be brought down just past the 30-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 6.
You know, whenever a quick pitch to the home side of the field, the short side, and you know, whenever you can pick up 4 yards, Mike, on a quick pitch, hey, we can take that all day long. We'll make that 1st down in 3 plays.
Myron Cross splits to the far side now for the Leopards. Justin Simmons lined up in a slot position. Goes in motion. This time the give to the fullback, Eddie Callison, and he fights his way down to about the 34-yard line, 33.
That's a hard run by the fullback. By some standards, an undersized fullback at 160 pounds, and I don't know that Callison weighs 160 pounds, but he's a hard-nosed football player, and I mean, he'll just stick his nose in there and get what he can.
Kyle Norris comes split to the near side. Justin Simmons once again in the slot. Roberts turns and gives this one to Hughes off the right side. Hughes out near the 40-yard line. Will be a 1st down for the Leopards.
You know, that was right off the right tackle. Straight, hard-nosed run by Rodney Hughes, barreling over the cornerback and the safety for a 1st down. I'd say, what was it, about 7 yards, Mike? Absolutely. You know, that was a great hard run. Great hard run.
Myron Cross splits to the near side once again for the Leopards. 1st and 10. The give to Rodney Hughes coming to the near side, and he's going to be wrapped up early. Loss of about a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 11.
Tell you what, when you're watching this ball game tomorrow, if you see that number 49 flying all around there, brings back to mind probably the finest high school and one of the best college linebackers I've ever seen, particularly with the exception of Keith Traylor, the finest linebacker, J.J. Jones at Magnolia wore number 49. And Rucker does a good job of flying through there. He doesn't quite have the speed that J.J. does have, but he's a sure tackler like Jones was. And Jones just played sideline to sideline, guys.
2nd down and 11 for the Leopards. Roberts fakes the give to Hughes, looking down the sideline, complete to Norris at the 50. 1st down, Leopards, and Norris has his first catch of the evening.
Kyle did a good job then, looked the ball in. He had had Panthers all around him, and he knew he was going to take a lick, and he just watched it and cradled the ball in and turned it up and got a 1st down for us.
Well, whenever the defense got 8 men in the box, that allows our passing game to be a little wide open. The linebackers sucked up and allow passing lanes for Jace Roberts to throw in. And, you know, Kyle watched it in this time and caught it in a good gain for a 1st down.
Ball spotted just inside Magnolia territory. Rodney Hughes on the carry. He's going to be knocked down right at the 50-yard line.
Boy, I can tell you.
Loss of about a half a yard.
Excuse me again, Mike. I tell you, Rucker comes flying across there again from that middle linebacker spot. And I tell you what, when that 230 pounds gets there, there's a collision.
2nd down, about 10.5 yards to go for the 1st down. Magnolia leading this one 21-0. 8:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Kyle Norris comes split to the near side. Motion once again for the Leopards. The give to Rodney Hughes up the middle, out across the 50, down to about the 45-yard line. Nice saving tackle there by number 52, Brian Smith.
I was watching the other really good linebacker, Doug Carter. We ran him off then with a wideout on through there and ran him off the play, and it's something that I'm sure that Coach Baker and him had seen in the films. But you get one out of the way, and the problem is you got two or three more that can come up there and fill the hole, Mike.
Myron Cross and Kevin Hare are the wideouts for the Leopards. Fake to Rodney Hughes. Roberts looking to throw over the middle, intended for this tight end Blackerby. Underthrown, and it is 4th down and 6 for the Leopards.
Well, Jace would like to have that one back. He just hurried the throw a little bit, and it's a situation that was a makeable play. We just didn't quite get it up, and he just didn't quite get set to get the ball to him, did he, Johnny?
No, he didn't have any pressure. It's just he did rush the throw that cause Blackerby to, or throw him behind Blackerby, and unfortunately it was for 4th down.
Cordell gets the punt away. Nice long kick. Going to hit at about the 15-yard line and sits right there. So Magnolia takes over 1st and 10 at its own 15.
Guys, that was a nice drive there. We took a lot of time off the clock. It's unfortunate that we bogged down there and didn't get out there and get some points out of it. But it was some movement, some nice running plays, some nice passes, and some positive things for the Leopards there that they can look at and say, you guys, this is the way it needs to be done, don't you think, Johnny?
Exactly. You know, anytime we can move the ball and have gained positive things out of our offense, we know that we can move on a good defense.
You bet. That's what I was going to say.
Hambryce up under center, gives to his fullback. Out across near the 20-yard line. That's
Doug Carter back in there for Isaiah Rucker running that. Carter run that linebacker spot all the time, and then they'll run him in there at fullback. And I'm telling you what, he's got the size and speed to do it. You know, at 190 pounds, he's an awful good backup fullback. He can back them up, or we'd take him here and play him for us. If he wants to move to Malvern, we'll find a home for him. Or young Rucker can move in too.
2nd down and 6, ball spotted at the 19-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hambryce to give to the tailback this time, and that is Rucker, who's out across the 40-yard line before he's finally brought down at the 45. Show good speed there, gentlemen.
Yeah, great speed, great move. And I'll show you how, you look at this tomorrow, how strong that kid is. Kevin Bryant hit him with everything he had, didn't wrap up. Kevin went one way. Rucker did kind of his little stutter step and picked up another 15, 18 yards. Just a very hard run. This kid's really a good football player. Nice thing about he can go either way. He's a good defensive player too, guys.
6:55 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Panthers lead the Leopards 21-0. Hambryce does some adjustments to his offense and gives to his tailback Rucker. Rucker across the 45, across the 50-yard line, will be brought down at about the 47 of Malvern.
I tell you what, again, Hambryce is just so cool. He's been to war so many times, and he knows this offense inside out, frontwards and backwards, and he can go up there and he can make those adjustments. He's like a coach on the field, guys. He can make those adjustments and those changes at the line of scrimmage that can get big plays for him.
Right, whenever you know the formations and you know where everybody should be on the field, the tight end was on the wrong side, he moved him over to the right side and helped block, downfield, and it gained, 8 yards on the play. So
and had the cool to take the sense to do it there.
Hambryce looking to throw, got pressure in the backfield, gets this one away. Incomplete, nice hit laid out there by Sean Williams to break up the pass.
Sean Williams had perfect timing on that play. A nice play. Rodney Hughes was really putting some heat on the quarterback back there. And I tell you what, Hambryce showed me some speed out there, guys, to get around and be able to get that ball away from while Rodney Hughes was coming after him.
Yeah, Rodney Hughes was breathing down his neck, and he knew he had to get rid of it. And he threw it a little high to the receiver, and Sean Williams laid him out pretty much out on the flat side of the field. So, a great defensive play by the Leopards this time.
Big 3rd down, Mike.
3rd down and about 1.5 yards. Hambryce on the keeper, gets across the 35-yard line, will be enough for the 1st down.
Those offensive linemen for Magnolia are not huge, but boy, they sure do a good job of coming off that football, you know it?
Absolutely, and it's not just something they've done against the Leopards. This is something they've done all year long.
You don't win 6 ball games and not do a lot of things right, guys.
Magnolia breaks the huddle. It is 1st and 10. They are at the Malvern 44-yard line. Tight end shifted again, moves to the far side. Hambryce with the give to Rucker up the middle, breaks a few tackles across the 35, down to about the 33-yard line.
Johnny, they found something over on their left side and our right side that they like. They're really attacking it over there in this third quarter.
Well, what I see is, they're running to the tight end side. Number 89, I don't know his name for the Magnolia Panthers, but he's doing a great job of pinching in. And what they're doing is kicking out the defensive end with their fullback and running right inside the defensive end. And they've been getting 9 to 10 yards a play with that one play that they're running.
Justin Porter is that tight end, moves once again to the near side. They run right beside him. Rucker across the 20 and is brought down at about the 19-yard line. Sean Williams on the tackle for the Leopards.
I was watching Justin Porter, their tight end there. He's I think he's 6'3". They lift him at 173. He's a tall, slender kid. I'm going to tell you something. He put a lick on John Skinner then that coming back across there, picking that linebacker up from his tight end spot, which is his responsibility, Johnny, and sprung Rucker on him. But, I mean, he put a lick on John Skinner.
That's who he's looking for, and that's the main person that he wants to pick up, and he's doing it.
First down and 10 once again for the Panthers. Just inside the Leopard 20-yard line. Hambrice with the give to his fullback. We brought down at the 15-yard line. Isaiah Rucker
Guys,
on the carry.
I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but I tell you what. Magnolia started on about the 12, 15-yard line?
2-yard line.
On the 2-yard line, and we've made them earn every bit of this. We haven't given up that big play, and it's been a battle for them. And this is one of these situations you hope you can slow them down and maybe get a turnover or a mistake. And that's the longer you keep them out there, the better chances are something good will happen to the Leopards or for the Leopards.
Tight end shifts once again to the near side. The give to Rucker up the middle. He's wrapped up quickly by number 60, John Skinner.
John Skinner just continues to play well in that middle. He said, come on, bring it on some more. He's wanting some more of it. He's playing an excellent job. Third and what, six and a half, long third down, Johnny.
He definitely likes to get his hat in there and mix it up with the best of them.
He does.
He's not afraid to hit anybody. But we need him to come through big time on this third down to stop him.
Big third down for Magnolia. They are at the Malvern 14-yard line. Third down, and they're calling it 5. Tight end shifts to the near side once again. Hambrice turns, runs the option, pitches to Rucker. Rucker to the outside. And we'll have the first down.
Wow.
Ball spotted inside the Malvern 5-yard line.
Their wide out did an excellent job on our corner. Now, I don't know why, but the corner couldn't get away from him, guys. I wonder, did he have his hands on him, or did I miss something?
It looked like to me as a holding on the wide receiver out there that had hold of Chase Thornton's jersey and wouldn't let him go. Instead, Mr. Rucker ran right around to the outside of him. He was almost sprung for a touchdown.
He was close enough up to him. He had him wrapped up, and Thornton couldn't get away from him. He showed that jersey stretching out, but he definitely had him tied up.
Ball on the 2-yard line to give to Rucker, and he makes it into the end zone. So with 2:49 left here in the third quarter, Magnolia goes up 27-0 and looks to add the extra point.
Remember, Ron, that's that side judge that spotted the ball out on the outside earlier.
That's it.
And he's not the one that wants to move around and make a call very much.
He is. You're exactly right.
The kick is away.
Oh.
And doesn't quite get to the crossbar.
We're 27-0 behind the Leopards trail, the Panthers. 2:49 left in the third quarter, Mike. We slowed them down. We didn't stop them, but we made them go the 98 yards and slowed them down. And I know that's something that the coaching staff will be maybe somewhat encouraged about. And it's not that we're grasping for things, that are encouraging, but this is an excellent football team, and they just showed you that they can take it from the 2-yard line and mix in the pass and the play and the pass and the run and get some things accomplished.
The Leopards take the field, get set to take the kick. Sean Williams going deep. Kevin Bryant and Kari Monroe, the upbacks. Thus far, the kick hasn't gone past the 10-yard line on any kickoff for Magnolia. And unless this one bounces there, this will hold true. Picked up by Kevin Bryant at the 15, across the 20, across the 30-yard line. And the ball will be spotted at the 31.
Nice heads-up play by KB there. The ball was coming, squiggling back through there, watched it all the way into his hands, sure-handed, and didn't do anything fancy, just kind of went up the middle and got what he could get and said, okay, let's get the offense going. Come on, Jason, let's get some first downs, let's get a score.
If there is a weakness to this Magnolia team thus far, that seems to be it, the kicking game.
Tight games, that can be your Achilles heel, too.
Roberts up under center. Gives to his fullback. And make sure that is
Callison, yes.
And it is. Gain of 1.5, maybe 2 yards on the play. Second down and 8 for the Leopards. 2:27 left here in the third quarter. Leopards down 27-0.
Paul Biggs, our other fullback, hasn't seen much action. He's another one of those kids that's just dinged up, bruised up, and Callis is doing a really good job in returning to his starting position there tonight.
Cordell and Norris, the receivers. Roberts looks to throw across the middle, hits Blackerby. He can't come up with it.
That was that tight end cross that was open a while ago that Jace missed. And we're in a situation now that Jace made the play, and
looks like Jace may be the player down on the field. That is Jace, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I have to question again. The hit he took at Hot Springs was definitely, no doubt about it, a late hit. I watched him throw that ball. He was clear when he threw the ball away, and once he gets rid of the ball, they can't take 2 or 3 steps and still come in and hit him. So, they're taking taking some hard licks on our quarterback here.
Roberts being helped off the field, actually walking off on his own accord. Of course, you have to be a little bit careful. He suffered a concussion at the Hot Springs game. Looks like this one may have just got the wind knocked out of him. He's holding his chest a little bit.
I believe he got the wind knocked out of him, and they'll get some wind in him, get some smelling salts under his nose, and I guess they still use smelling salts, don't they, guys? Back in the old days, they did.
I don't even think they make that anymore, Ron.
Okay, here we go again. Leather helmets and okay.
You have to dive into your first aid kit to find smelling salts anymore.
The little packets, they don't make, let's not go there. Okay.
I don't think they smell anything anymore.
Kevin Bryant in a quarterback, guys.
Bryant lines up in the shotgun. Broken play right out of the gate. Bryant breaks a tackle across the 40-yard line and is going to be close to the first down. Will depend on the spot.
Well, if the guy picks it up and throws it over to the other guy that's on the other side, it'll be good. Throw the ball to him so we get the 1st and 10. Sorry, Johnny, but
they thought about it. And this one is close, Johnny. You can take a look at it there.
If we'd have got the same play that Magnolia got, it's 1st and 10. I'm just,
If he can complete a half-yard pass, this one will be close. 1:52 left here in the third quarter. Leopards are down 27-0.
You got it.
See, I'm going to tell you something. Fans, that was so close that Hawkeye Gibbs didn't even call it. We didn't even call it because they made it by a football and a half. We only call Hawkeye Gibbs in when there's any doubt whatsoever. Just we save you for the good calls there, Gibbs.
Well, thank you.
Bryant comes up under center now. Callison and Hughes behind him. This time the give to Hughes up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles. Out across the 50-yard line. The 45 down inside the 40 of Magnolia, and we have a flag down on the play.
Now they throw it in there where you usually get a hold. I tell you what, that's a tough break. Rodney Hughes had a big old head of steam, and number 44 out there got in front of him, broke down to tackle him, Michael Page, and Rodney just didn't have any place to go, just lowered his head and laid all 217 pounds into him. And unfortunately, guys, this one's going to come back, darn.
He made him roll about 5 yards. He did a tumble.
Jace Roberts coming back into the game now for the Leopards.
Yeah, he did not do one of those Emmitt Smith where he he goes 9 yards, and instead of getting an extra 2 yards by hitting the D-back, he just barrels through him.
He barrels through. Rodney sometimes looks like he's looking for somebody to hit out there. He's a linebacker mentality.
That's right. He's been on defense for so long, he wants to hit somebody again.
Twins to the far side, split left for the Leopards. Roberts looks to throw. Does so out to the far side. It is complete. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Guys, I'm going to tell you what now. That guy's right there looking at pass interference and didn't do anything about it. Excuse me. That defense, he had his hands all over him while the ball's in the air.
Ron, tell me the rule. Is there a 5-yard rule in pass defenders, or can they touch them, or what is the call on that?
Oh, why don't you embarrass me? I really don't know.
I didn't know that. In pros in college, isn't there like a 5-yard cushion? Or?
I'll research that when I research my slowest option quarterback and get back to you.
Roberts looking to throw once again, overshoots his man, intended for Kevin Bryant.
It's my understanding that that you cannot, once the ball's in the air, you can't touch him. No matter, it doesn't make it, as long as they're, downfield from the line of scrimmage.
I know that was the call back when we were playing. I'm referencing Michael and myself, not you, but the call would be.
I want to tell you something. Back when I played, we had defensive halfbacks.
They didn't even pass it.
We didn't have
the forward pass.
We didn't have cornerbacks back then.
Roberts in shotgun. Looks to throw. He's got Bryant to the near side. Bryant goes up, makes the catch, gets drilled, but hangs on to the football. It's going to be shy of the first down. Catch was made at the 46. The Leopards needed to get to the Magnolia 49.
Gutty catch there by KB. Michael Brewer and Mariano Collins, the safety and the corner came in there, and KB knew he was going to take a lick. He had to have known it. Went high, stretched up, and they somersaulted him, and he came down the ball.
And this is going to run out the quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, the Leopards are down to Magnolia, 27-0. We'll be back after this.
Go to OTC to get where you want to be. A small college with big opportunities. Get the quality education you need. Affordable classes, convenience too. We bring out the best in you. Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Enroll today at Washita Technical College. You'll find instruction in a variety of high-demand fields, including Cisco, nursing, medical transcription, and others. You can also take your basics to transfer. Call us today, 337-5000. Get where you want to be at OTC. That's 337-5000.
Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Hi, this is Tony Warner from Malvern National Bank, a real community bank. We're working to make your banking as simple as possible. You can now bank from the comfort of your home on your PC with M&B Bank's Access Link. Transfer funds, check balances, pay all your bills through the optional bill pay service. No more checks to write, no more postage stamps to buy. We do it all. It's at www.mnbbank.com. It's just part of Malvern National's commitment to our customers. M&B Bank's a real community bank and proud to sponsor these Leopard football broadcasts.
It's fall. It's cool weather. Your mind thinks of a lot of things. Football, and maybe it's time for a new automobile or to trade that jalopy off. I'm here with Mr. Teeter Chevrolet Olds, and he's got some words for you. Yes, sir. We've got the words and we've got the product. We've got probably over 500 units out here, and I'm looking at a sea of cars. I've got all kinds and creeds and colors of vehicles, all type of sport utilities. We have the high-dollar European cars, the Maximas, the Mazdas, the Lexus, just whatever you want in the high-dollar European cars, and they all popular new Chevrolet. We've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon. Remember, like I always say, the more we invest in our youth, the less we'll spend on prisons later.
The year is 1952.
Harry S. Truman is president. Gasoline is 11 cents a gallon, and Coca-Cola is still a nickel. And there are plenty of penny postcards laying around. Henry McClure and George McClure Sr. opened the doors to a new real estate business. Now, 50 years later, McClure Real Estate continues to serve the Malvern
and the Hot Spring County area with the same dedication and professionalism of the founding fathers. The professionals at McClure Real Estate, Danny Regan, Nita Wingo, Beverly Hudson, Deanne Williams, Gene Dugan, Bob Jones, Frank McClure, and George McClure Jr. are here to help you with all your real estate needs. They're locally owned and locally operated for over 50 years right here in Malvern. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777, proud sponsors of Leopard Football.
Orr's Furniture in Malvern is a proud sponsor of Leopard Football. We wish the best of luck this year to our new coach Eric Hart and his staff as they begin a new era in Malvern's long and celebrated football tradition. It takes hard work and a lot of teamwork to be a successful organization. Over the years, the Malvern Leopards have proven time and time again that they are up to the challenges that face them every Friday night. At Orr's Furniture in Malvern, we too do our best to make every customer that walks in our door feel welcome and confident that we can help them with any furniture or appliance need they have. We represent some of the most trusted names in the furniture industry: Lazy Boy, Bassett, Sealy, Flex Steel, Maytag, and Frigidaire, just to name a few. Our experienced sales staff is ready to help you select just the right piece you need, from a single table by your chair to a whole house full of quality home furnishings. And we'll deliver your selection free. We offer 6 months same as cash, or use the flexible monthly payment plans we offer. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard Football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern, open Saturdays till 4.
And we are back live at Claude Mann Stadium. The Leopards going for it now on 4th down. Roberts under center, looking to throw. Throws to complete to Myron Cross. What a catch at the Magnolia 45-yard line.
That's a great catch by the sophomore. Great catch. He just went up and fighting with big old number 24 for the Panthers. Has about 3 or 4 inches, probably 30 pounds on him, and I mean, he took it away from him, guys.
Looked like it could have possibly been pass interference with no call, but the catch was made, so we'll go forward.
Excellent play by Myron Cross.
1st down and 10 at the 45. Rodney Hughes on the carry. Gain of about 3 yards. Gets to the Magnolia 43-yard line.
Tell you what, Rodney Hughes was met again there by number 49, young Mr. Rucker. And by golly, I tell you what, Rodney won that battle because he had Rucker going backwards, and Rucker didn't stand him up. Nice play by Rodney.
You know, good push by the offensive line. We got 3 yards out of it, and great run by Rodney Hughes.
And we're 27-0 here in the 4th quarter, and it's still the ones against the ones, guys.
Rodney Hughes bobbles the football after the handoff, regains control, gets a gain of about 1 yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Ran into big old Andrew Bradford, their senior outside linebacker, 210 pounds, and bounced him back, and but by that time there was too many Panthers around there, and Rodney had no place to go.
Adam Cordell brings in the play for the Leopards. 3rd down and 7. We've just gotten into the 4th quarter here at Claude Mann. Roberts in the shotgun, looking to throw. Gets this one away, intended for Myron Cross. Looking for interference for the coaches, and no call there.
I guess he's going to call that uncatchable, but I guess it's uncatchable when the D-backs land into your back before the ball gets there.
Seen a real hesitancy this year overall, and not to demean this officiating crew, but I've seen a real hesitancy overall this year for calling pass interference. 4th down and 7 for the Leopards. They are at the Magnolia 41-yard line. Roberts in shotgun. Looks to throw, fakes. Throws this one. It is incomplete, almost picked off. Magnolia will take over at its own 41, 1st and 10.
It's one of those situations that 4th and say 4 or 5 yard lines, 4 or 5 yards to go. You know, let's see if we can't make something happen, make something good happen. We have slowed the Panthers down. We slowed them down in the 3rd period. They got a score, but it was one of those long, hard drives that they earned every. We got a timeout, guys. The Leopards trail 27-0.
Hambryce under center for Magnolia, 1st and 10. Give to the tailback. I'll have to get his number later. It's definitely not Marcus Rucker. He's wrapped up
That was number
loss of a yard.
34, Derek Nash, a 160-pound junior. We're back there, and again, I sound like a broken record, but that's a kid. We tackle him, get around there, get around him just like we do with Rucker. Only the difference is we can bring him down, and that just shows you what a powerful back this Rucker kid is, Johnny.
Exactly. Whenever they've got the tandem to do those things with those guys, it's amazing.
And we also have
Desmond Robinson at the dot in the I, took the ball and has gone into the center of the line and stopped by a host of Leopards. Excuse me there, Michael.
That's all right. I was going to say we also have a new quarterback in the ball game. This is number 13, Mariano Collins.
160-pound junior. Magnolia may want to look at some kids and get them some experience here at
9:22 left here in the fourth quarter. It's 27-0 Magnolia. Collins under center. Pitches outside and wrapped up quickly by big number 44, Brandon Bradford. Big loss on the play.
Guys, I'm going to make a point here. Throughout the year, we've seen a lot of situations where our opponents, and I don't care if it's Benton, Stuttgart, and now Magnolia, they run their twos on us, and we just really wear their twos out. And it's just a situation that the Malvern's not quite there to play consistently well with their ones, but we're getting there.
Punt is away by Magnolia, bounds to about the 35 where Brian picks it up, gets across the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35 before he's brought down by Magnolia, and the Leopards are in good scoring position now with 8:28 left here in the fourth quarter.
Number 8 for the Panthers, Chad Souter the punter made a touchdown saving tackle there. Bryant was gone. He had his legs going, and he was the only man between him over on the sideline, and used the sideline, the defensive player did, to his advantage and stopped him. Great field position, Johnny. This is better than the 30-yard line.
Hopefully we can take advantage of that. We still got our number 1 offense, and they've got their number 1 defense to try to stop us.
You bet.
Kevin Hare comes split to the near side for the Leopards. Roberts under center, gives to Hughes, comes to the right side, trying to get outside now across the 30-yard line, lowers his head and gets to about the 25.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Rodney Hughes showed some speed there. Hughes may be one of these kids, the longer he plays, the faster and the better he does. A lot of tailbacks are like that. Rodney did a good job getting out there, Johnny.
Exactly, and he was using that stiff arm to defend off those defenders, and he did a great job turning the corner and made about 8 yards for the gain.
Hughes has definitely breathed some life into our running game, guys.
Roberts takes the snap to give to Hughes up the middle. Hughes across the 20, inside the 15-yard line.
He was just one tackler away, or one arm.
He was Isaiah Rucker. He was Isaiah Rucker away from a touchdown that time. Rucker hit him, Johnny, and just had the strength just to hold on to bring him down. Great run, though.
2 big guys hitting each other.
Yes.
And it's amazing. We're going on this deep in the ball game, and they're still banging away at each other.
And not only that, this is our number. They haven't taken any of their ones out from defense. They don't want to let the Leopards to score, guys.
They give to Hughes. He's wrapped up in the backfield this time, back at the 16-yard line.
Boy, I tell you what, Reggie Banks, their outside linebacker, who also plays that backup tailback, number 45, comes shooting across there, and he had that play disrupted before it ever got started.
2nd down and 12 now for the Leopards. 7:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Leopards down 27-0, looking to score. Wideouts to either side now for Roberts. Takes the snap, gives to Hughes once again off the right side. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, we're in a situation now, guys, at 3rd and 16. I know we're in two-down situation, but we may have to put that ball in the air.
Rodney Hughes gets up slowly after that carry. He has played quite a bit tonight, offensively and defensively.
They've got their goal line stance in right now, where they've got 9 men in the box and putting one-on-one coverage out on the the wide receivers, and it's putting a little tide on our running game. We're going to have to spread out and throw the ball a little bit on the 3rd and 4th down to get it, punch it in the end zone.
On cue, the Leopards line up in shotgun, but Roberts surveys the defense and calls timeout.
That's a situation there that Roberts is showing as he grows and gets more familiar. There's something he didn't like, and it's a situation he took the timeout to come up with the coaching staff and correct it. Earlier in the season, first or second game, that's we're getting away from some of the mistakes that we made in those first few ball games. In that there's something we don't like. We've got the maturity and the knowledge now to say, hey, wait a minute, this is not what it's supposed to look like. What we've got called or what we're supposed to do, it doesn't work. I do know that Jace does have the green light and does check off. I don't know what the percentage is, but he does more than you would think checking off at the line, changing some plays at the line of scrimmage. Coach Baker had told me that. And as Jace has grown and matured as a quarterback, we're seeing more of it, and we'll continue to see more of it.
Leopards line up in the same formation. Twins left, split right. Robertson shotgun, looking to throw. He's going to take off, still looking to throw. Throws complete to Kevin Bryant. Bryant fumbles the ball out of bounds. There's a flag on the play. Was right near the catch.
It's got to be pass interference, and that would be a first down.
It is pass interference against Magnolia, so will be a first down for the Leopards.
Well, that's strange to me. Now that was obviously interference, but they called that one, and then you wonder why they don't call some of the one. I guess we don't see as well as we think we do, Johnny.
I guess not. And then I could have.
He definitely, the defender was there early. He hit KB early, and they called it. And
penalty moves the ball down inside the Magnolia 10, just inside the 9-yard line. So it's going to be first down and goal now for the Leopards as they look to get on the scoreboard tonight. 5:59 here left in the ball game. Leopards down 27-0. The give up the middle to Callison.
Coach Baker was hoping to catch him asleep there and slip Callison through there. But I tell you what, those linebackers, boy, I tell you, Rucker and Doug Carter are so quick collapsing in there in the middle that it's hard to fool them, isn't it, Johnny?
Exactly. You know what I'd think about doing is I would drag that tight end across the middle. They're shooting their linebacker so quick, trying to defend on the run, fake it into the line and pop it back out and throw a drag pattern right across the middle for a touchdown.
Second down and 8 now for the Leopards. They're second and goal from the 8. Roberts under center this time.
Comes slant.
Looking to throw, throws to the corner, intended for number 5, Kevin Hare. There's a flag once again on the play, and it looks like it's either going to be interference or defensive holding. They had on the call as Cross is tugging at his jersey.
Cross. They really got a hit on Cross, and then they bellied up to him, got physical with him, and then they held on to him. And you can bump him, but you can't hold on to him.
No, you cannot touch him when the ball is in the air. I know that for a fact, and that is the case the last two plays. Kevin Bryant was bumped, and now Myron Cross was bumped while the ball was in the air.
And Johnny gives us a first and goal inside the 5, Mike.
It is first down now. Ball spotted at the 4-yard line. The give to Rodney Hughes. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 5:10 now remaining in the game. It's second and goal from the 4.
Well, they've got those linebackers stacked in the middle, don't they, Johnny?
They are just pinching every play. That they're daring us to throw it or run wide, and their speed has caught us on the outside. But our biggest plays have been off tackle tonight, and maybe we need to start going off tackle or getting it in the air.
Kevin Hare brings in the play for the Leopards.
But they are daring us to throw right now.
Yes, they are.
Hare and Cross.
We got a man
side.
uncovered out wide. There they covered him, gone out there.
Kevin Bryant to the near side. Roberts looking for Bryant. There's flags on the play, and this one may be against the Leopards.
I believe we had movement on the line.
It is a legal procedure against the Leopards. 5-yard penalty will back the ball up to the 9-yard line.
You know, that might be a situation, you hate to give up yardage, but the positive thing about it is it gives your receivers a little more room to walk, a little more room to work, and that back of the end zone still works as a defensive player, but gives you a little bit more room out there now.
We were on the 4-yard line, and now we're on the 12-yard line. It's amazing.
Do the math on that.
That was an 8-yard penalty. Flags once again before the play got started. A legal procedure once again, the call against the Leopards.
We'll tell you something, guys. Coach Hart is not going to be happy about this. This is a situation that you're down in there inside the 4-yard line and you get 2 procedure fit penalties. You got to get up there and you got to get set and you got to run your play.
And this penalty moves the ball from the 12-yard line to the 18-yard line.
Do the math on that.
They have not been throwing it to that outside judge. Where'd he go?
Kevin Bryant goes split to the far side now.
Still
Aaron
second.
Cross in a twin set to the near side. Still second down. Roberts looking for Bryant in the corner of the end zone. Bryant just off his fingertips, can't come up with it.
Yeah, it's one of those situations, boy, 9 chances out of the 10, Kevin Bryant's going to catch that. Same thing we saw at Hope, guys. 13 is, he gives up about 3 or 4 inches in height to Kevin Bryant, and Roberts did an excellent job of throwing that ball out there, where the only person that could catch it was KB, and KB just couldn't quite bring it in.
He had almost had to make one of those Willie Mays catches over his shoulder, over his head to make one of those great catches.
Third down now, an 18-yard.
But like you said, it was only to KB out there on the corner.
They got him doubled up out there now.
Roberts looks to throw the inside this time, and another pass interference call. Well, Adam Cordell took a shot.
They hammered Cordell, and the ball was well in the air, and the ball wasn't close to him, and boy, they sandwiched him.
Cordell takes a shot, comes off holding his ribs.
You know, back in the old days, guys, we used to do that, then tell them to come across the middle again, but it's a little, you know, they don't allow a lot of that clothesline and stuff now that they did back, you know, in the dark ages, as you guys like to call it.
Yes.
For all you older people, you remember what we're talking about, forearm shivers and clotheslines. They were legal.
That's back in flat top days, wasn't it?
Flat top.
Flat tops in 57 Chevys, right?
You know what? I had both. That's another story. First and 10, Mike.
First down and goal to go from the 9-yard line for the Leopards. Motion to give this time to Hughes off the right side. Comes off a tackle, but can't get outside as the Magnolia Panthers.
Well, there's 4 Panthers there.
Group tackling.
Group tackling's right.
Rodney Hughes looking like he's going to need a little help coming off the field, if nothing else, from exhaustion tonight.
He may be, yeah. He's run so hard and taken so many licks, and I tell you what, guys, there's not a new face, but new tailback, Sean Williams. Now, I want to tell you something, guys. Sean Williams is a kid that's got some speed. If they want to try to get go on a wide pitch, he may fool some people with his speed and get to that corner. But Sean can pick him up and put him down as fast as anybody we've got on his team.
That is just the only, he's not a bruiser like Rodney Hughes by no means. He gives up almost 100 pounds in size, so he's not going to be able to run it up the middle like Rodney, but hey, we might get him on the outside and he will take the task at hand.
We're 4 minutes left. We're down 27-0. Leopards looking to score.
Tight formation for the Leopards. Kyle Norris, the only receiver. And there is the pitch to Sean Williams. He gets outside, trying to get outside rather, and he is drilled.
Coach Hart said,
for a loss of 2.
Earlier I talked to you about Doug Carter, that senior outside line, actually the middle linebacker from there. He said he was like a heat-seeking missile. And I want to tell you something. Carter drew a bead on him, drew a line on him, and he was the one that kept him out of the end zone. An absolute fantastic play on his part to get over there that quick, guys. Carter is quick.
This time Rodney Hughes back in at tailback for the Leopards. Third down, Roberts looking to throw. Throws to the outside, intended for number 5, Kevin Hare. Incomplete, and it will be fourth down.
Boy, we missed one there. They had blown coverage, and tomorrow when you watch this on Channel 13, Myron Cross was waving his hands in the end zone, and there wasn't anybody within 7-8 yards of him. And the D-backs and the corner and the safety got tangled up there, and we just couldn't get to him, couldn't see him.
Magnolia looking to make a stand here late in the ball game, trying to shut out the Leopards here at Claude Mann Stadium. 3:05 left, fourth down and goal to go. Ball on the 14-yard line. Roberts in shotgun. Looks to throw. Got some pressure. He's going to take off and run with it. Gets inside the 10, down to about the 3-yard line. And that will be it for the Leopards on this drive, as Magnolia will take over at its own 3.
Tell you what, I'm going to tell you what, it's a hard thing for the Leopards to take, and a hard stand not a hard stand, but a hard-fought stand for the Panther defense. Their fans were up there jumping up and down and cheering them on. They wanted to shut out, and folks, they had to have everything they could get in there to get it. We got them pinned deep. Maybe something good will happen here. 2:57 left, Mike.
Magnolia takes over 1st and 10 after the Leopards failed to get in the end zone. Receivers to either side now. The give up the middle. Not much room there.
Looks like they got a new quarterback in there, Tyler Alston.
Sophomore
Alston, yeah. 175-pound quarterback, defensive back.
Magnolia content to run out as much clock as possible here.
I tell you what, just let me tell you something, that Magnolia is a community that is out in the middle of almost nowhere, the size of Malvern, and they live and breathe football.
No doubt about it.
This is one community that lives and breathes football.
2:15 left here in the ball game. The give up the middle once again. Gain of nearly 5 yards.
Johnny knows what he's talking about, because Mr. Gibbs, I believe you spent right at 4 years in that fine city playing baseball for
4 years.
Was he 5 years? Was it the 6 year?
I was on the 5-year plan.
You're on the 5-year plan, but you got your degree from Southern Arkansas University. You are a mule rider, or
exactly. And but I tell you what, that community, they surrounded that football team, and they took pride in it. That was one thing that they were supporting year in and year out, was their football team and their school. And I'll tell you what, Ron, it really shows by the crowd that they brought up here. You know, like I told you earlier, it was 100 miles away, and they're staying to the bitter end to see these kids play the whole game. So
and watching over the last few years, Magnolia in this series in football, basketball, girls basketball, volleyball, the Magnolia people have continually traveled well to Malvern, and the Malvern people travel well to Magnolia. We always take a great crowd down to Magnolia too. So it's a long, old-standing rivalry.
Just inside 2 minutes now, and movement along the line of scrimmage. Flags go down.
Magnolia will get the best of this rivalry tonight, but it'll continue for years and years and years, because it's just one of those. It's a given, kind of like Malvern and a lot of the other rivalries with Hope, Lake Hamilton, the old Hope rivalries with Old and Lake Hamilton. Lakeside's still in our sights, and Arkadelphia's coming up. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Still 1:58 to go. The give up the middle for Magnolia. Gain out to about the 19-yard line. Number 34.
Now the Panthers.
Derek Nash, the junior running back for Magnolia, on the carry.
Yeah, the Panthers are running some underclassmen and some. You can tell those guys that's getting in for the first time, those white jerseys are white and bright and shiny. Guarantee you, 49 and number 2, theirs are dirty because those Rucker brothers have played hard.
Give up the middle once again. Rucker spins out of a tackle and gets out to about the 26-yard line. Another first down for Magnolia. So with 1:17, that first down should do it.
Guys, I
for
tell
the
you,
Panthers.
I'm looking out there, and I see Michael Smith on there, our captain. That's slowly but surely he's healing from that injury that kept him out for over half of the season. He suited up last week, and it's good to see him out there on the football field and get him a few reps tonight and get him ready for these last 2 ball games coming up, because he can make a difference, guys. He can help us.
Give up the middle once again. Gain of about 2 yards on the play.
And the aforementioned Michael Smith just stuck his nose in there, and with the help of big old Brandon Bradford, made a stop.
Well, that's what it takes is he's got at linebacker, he has to fill that hole whenever the fullback and the running back comes through. And he's got to take on that lead blocker to stop him. And that's what he did. He stepped up in the hole and took him on and made the tackle along with a few other Leopards tonight. And it's good to see him back.
Clock rolls inside 20 seconds now as Magnolia runs another running play up the middle. 17 seconds, and that should do it for the ball game tonight.
Guys, I want to tell you something. We're sitting here looking at, granted, at a loss at 27-0, and you think, well, but you look at the other side of the coin. You know, Fair scored 35 points on us last week or whatever. We've held Magnolia number 1, number 2 team in the state, depending on which you want to look at and who you want to look at in class. I mean, number 2 or number 3 in class 4A, and Magnolia, guys, with those first two long runs, earned every point. They had to fight for every point they got.
Absolutely. Your final score here tonight: Magnolia 27, Malvern 0.